Have you ever noticed a song that seems to follow you everywhere? You hear it on the radio, then in a store, and maybe even a friend mentions it out of the blue. Is it just a coincidence, or could it be something more? Today, we're diving into the fascinating intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness to explore the idea that the universe might be sending you personal messages and how to decode them. The quest to understand our place in the cosmos is as old as humanity itself. From ancient philosophies to modern science, we've sought to unravel the mysteries of existence, consciousness, and the very fabric of reality. Spirituality, in its broadest sense, encompasses our search for meaning, purpose, and connection to something larger than ourselves. It's a deeply personal journey, often involving introspection, meditation, and a sense of wonder about the universe. Quantum physics, on the other hand, is the branch of science that explores the behavior of matter and energy at the atomic and subatomic levels. It's a realm where the rules of classical physics break down and where particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, a phenomenon known as superposition. One of the foundational concepts in spirituality is the interconnectedness of all things. Many traditions, from Hinduism and Buddhism to indigenous shamanism, emphasize the idea that we are all part of a unified whole, a cosmic web of relationships. This concept resonates with certain interpretations of quantum physics, particularly the idea that observation can influence the behavior of quantum systems. The observer effect suggests that the act of observing a quantum particle can cause it to collapse from a state of superposition into a definite state. Some interpretations of this effect propose that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality itself. Key figures throughout history have explored the relationship between spirituality and the nature of reality. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Plato pondered the nature of forms and the relationship between the physical world and a higher realm of ideas. In the East, figures like the Buddha explored the nature of consciousness and the path to enlightenment. More recently, thinkers like Carl Jung explored the concept of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of archetypes and symbols that connects all of humanity. Jung's work on synchronicity, the occurrence of meaningful coincidences, is particularly relevant to our discussion of the universe sending personal messages. Synchronicity suggests that events can be connected not by cause and effect, but by meaning. It's the experience of two or more events occurring together in a way that is subjectively meaningful to the individual experiencing them. This concept aligns with the idea that the universe can communicate with us through signs and symbols. Ancient texts and traditions offer a wealth of wisdom on interpreting these signs. The I Ching, for example, is an ancient Chinese divination system that uses hexagrams to provide insights into the present situation and guidance for the future. Astrology, another ancient practice, uses the positions of the planets and stars to understand personality traits, life events, and potential future trends. While these practices are often viewed with skepticism by the scientific community, they offer a framework for interpreting patterns and finding meaning in seemingly random events. Modern sources also contribute to our understanding of the relationship between spirituality and quantum consciousness. Books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle and A New Earth explore the importance of mindfulness and present moment awareness in connecting with our true selves and the universe. Authors like Deepak Chopra have written extensively on the connection between mind, body, and spirit, and the potential for healing and transformation through consciousness. So, how does this relate to the song that keeps playing everywhere you go? The idea is that this song, or any other recurring symbol or event, could be a form of synchronicity, a meaningful coincidence that is trying to get your attention. It could be a message from your subconscious mind, a nudge from the universe, or a sign from a higher power. To understand the message, it's important to pay attention to the lyrics, the melody, and the overall feeling that the song evokes in you. What does the song remind you of? What emotions does it stir up? Are there any specific words or phrases that resonate with you? Perhaps the song is about overcoming obstacles, and you're currently facing a challenge in your life. Maybe it's about love and connection, and you're feeling lonely or disconnected. Or perhaps it's about letting go and surrendering to the flow of life, and you're holding on too tightly to something that needs to be released. In addition to the song itself, pay attention to the context in which you hear it. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? The circumstances surrounding the event can provide additional clues about its meaning. For example, if you hear the song while you're thinking about a particular person, it could be a sign that you need to reach out to them. If you hear it while you're struggling with a decision, it could be a sign that you're on the right track or that you need to reconsider your options. Personal transformation stories abound with examples of people who have experienced synchronicities and interpreted them as guidance from the universe. One common example is the story of someone who is feeling lost and directionless in their career. They start seeing signs related to a particular field or industry, such as articles, conversations, or opportunities that seem to pop up out of nowhere. They decide to follow these signs, even if it seems risky or unconventional, and they end up finding a career that is much more fulfilling and meaningful than they could have imagined. Another example is the story of someone who is struggling with a health issue. They start having dreams or intuitions about a particular treatment or therapy. They research it, talk to their doctor, and decide to try it. They end up experiencing a significant improvement in their health, which they attribute to the guidance they received from the universe. It's important to note that interpreting synchronicities is a subjective process. What one person sees as a meaningful sign, another person might dismiss as a coincidence. There's no right or wrong answer, and it's up to each individual to discern the meaning of these events for themselves. From a quantum perspective, the idea that the universe can send us personal messages is not as far-fetched as it might seem. Quantum entanglement, for example, is a phenomenon in which two particles become linked together in such a way that they share the same fate, no matter how far apart they are. If you measure the state of one particle, you instantly know the state of the other particle, even if they are light years away. Some scientists and philosophers have speculated that entanglement could play a role in consciousness and communication. The orchestrated objective reduction, OR theory, proposed by physicist Sir Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, suggests that consciousness arises from quantum processes occurring within microtubules, tiny structures inside brain neurons. They propose that these quantum processes are influenced by the structure of space-time itself, which could potentially allow for communication with the universe. While the OR theory is controversial and has not been widely accepted by the scientific community, it highlights the possibility that quantum mechanics could play a role in consciousness. Another relevant theory is the integrated information theory, IIT, developed by neuroscientist Giulio Tononi. IIT proposes that consciousness is a fundamental property of any system that has a high degree of integrated information, meaning that the system is both complex and unified. According to IIT, even simple systems like thermostats could have a minimal level of consciousness, and more complex systems like the human brain would have a much higher level of consciousness. IIT suggests that consciousness is not limited to the brain, but could potentially exist in other systems, including the universe itself. Recent scientific discoveries have also shed light on the nature of consciousness and its relationship to the brain. Studies have shown that meditation and mindfulness practices can alter brain structure and function, leading to increased self-awareness, emotional regulation, and compassion. Research has also revealed the existence of mirror neurons, which fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing that action. Mirror neurons are thought to play a role in empathy, social understanding, and learning. These discoveries suggest that our brains are more plastic and interconnected than previously thought, and that our experiences can shape our consciousness in profound ways. It's important to acknowledge the limitations of our current knowledge. While there is growing evidence that consciousness is more than just a product of the brain, the exact mechanisms by which it arises and interacts with the universe remain a mystery. There are many different interpretations of quantum mechanics, and not all of them support the idea that consciousness plays a fundamental role in reality. Some scientists and philosophers argue that consciousness is simply an emergent property of complex systems, and that there is no need to invoke quantum mechanics to explain it. Despite these limitations, the exploration of the relationship between spirituality and quantum consciousness offers a valuable perspective on the nature of reality and our place within it. It encourages us to question our assumptions, to explore new possibilities, and to embrace the mystery of existence. The idea that the universe can send us personal messages has significant implications for our lives. It suggests that we are not alone, that we are connected to something larger than ourselves, and that we have the potential to co-create our reality. By paying attention to the signs and synchronicities in our lives, we can gain valuable insights into our purpose, our path, and our potential. This perspective can be particularly helpful during times of transition or uncertainty. When we're feeling lost or confused, the universe may send us signs to guide us in the right direction. These signs may come in the form of recurring symbols, meaningful coincidences, or intuitive nudges. By being open to these signs and interpreting them with discernment, we can find clarity, direction, and a sense of purpose. The cultural significance of this idea is also noteworthy. In many cultures around the world, there is a belief in divination, the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. Divination can take many forms, including tarot reading, astrology, palmistry, and oracle cards. While these practices are often viewed with skepticism by the scientific community, they reflect a deep-seated human desire to understand the patterns and forces that shape our lives. The technological insights that emerge from this exploration are also intriguing. As we develop new technologies that allow us to explore the quantum realm, we may gain a deeper understanding of the relationship between consciousness and reality. Quantum computing, for example, has the potential to revolutionize our ability to simulate and model complex systems, including the human brain. This could lead to new insights into the nature of consciousness and its role in the universe. Emerging trends in consciousness research include the exploration of altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation, psychedelics, or near-death experiences. These states of consciousness can provide valuable insights into the nature of reality and the potential for human transformation. There is also growing interest in the study of non-local consciousness, the idea that consciousness can exist independently of the brain. This concept is supported by anecdotal evidence from near-death experiences, psychic phenomena, and remote viewing experiments. So, the next time you hear that song playing everywhere you go, don't dismiss it as a coincidence. Consider the possibility that it might be a message from the universe, a sign that you're on the right track, or a nudge to explore a new direction. Pay attention to the lyrics, the melody, and the overall feeling that the song evokes in you. What does it remind you of? What emotions does it stir up? Are there any specific words or phrases that resonate with you? And remember, interpreting these signs is a personal journey. There's no right or wrong answer, and it's up to you to discern the meaning of these events for yourself. As you continue on your path of self-discovery, consider these questions. What are the recurring themes or patterns in your life? What symbols or images do you find particularly meaningful? What intuitions or hunches have you had that turned out to be true? By paying attention to these clues, you can unlock the hidden messages of the universe and live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. If you enjoyed this exploration of spirituality and quantum consciousness, please give this video a like and share with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more thought-provoking content on the mysteries of the universe and the power of human consciousness. Also, let me know in the comments below, have you ever experienced something similar? What song keeps following you around? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.